Hey, what's happening guys? It's Bharat Nagpal for iGyaan, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Micromax Canvas Gold A300. This dual SIM phone from Micromax is the first gold-only phone from the company, and it does have two variants, a gold plus black and a gold plus white. We did see gold editions of the Micromax Canvas Night, but this phone itself is a gold-only phone. The phone is also priced at Rs 20,999, and the price ranges from slightly lower to up to 25,000 depending on where you are buying it from and what the availability of stocks are. If we talk about the specifications, on the front we have a 5.5-inch TFT LCD display, which is a 1920 by 1080p display. The front camera is a 5 megapixel camera, whereas the rear camera is an impressive 16 megapixel camera. Running the device is a 2 GHz MediaTek 6592T octa-core processor, and it's powered by a 2500 mAh battery pack. For RAM, we have 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of inbuilt storage, which is non-expandable since you don't have a micro SD card slot. The device takes in two SIM cards. One is a mini SIM card, whereas one is a full-size SIM card, both of which are capable of data connections. This is one of the first devices from the company that featured Android KitKat out of the box, apart from the budget Micromax Canvas Unite 2. This one is one of the first flagships from the company to feature KitKat out of the box, which is impressive, and it will also get OTA updates for the next edition, is what Micromax is claiming. So if we talk about the build quality, the phone is impressively well built, and it's one of those designs that actually lays flat on the table and does not give you any sort of movement when it's laying flat on the table. The phone is impressively thin as well, and it does not seem overly large or bulky when you're holding it in your hand. The overall structure is rigid, and it seems like the kind of unibody design that they have chosen would be a good match for those who like good built phones. The front LCD remains exposed, and you don't get a lip around on the sides, so the bezel is not prominent enough to save the LCD if it were to fall facing front. However, a screen protector or a case should prevent the display from cracking if you're prone to dropping your phone ever so often. When running benchmarks, we found that the device was able to score pretty impressive scores, and even during gaming we feared no frame loss and no problems with the device whatsoever. So gaming experience as well as the overall performance and day-to-day use was pretty good. Micromax has also toned down on the number of stock applications that they install on the device, and you are also allowed to remove them as per your convenience, which is, according to us, a good thing. So you get a better Android experience out of the box. You do see some bit of customizations done by Micromax to improve the overall look and feel of the UI, but it does not seem to slow down the overall performance of the device or the performance of Android on this device. We also found that the device was capable of multitasking pretty well, and as opposed to previous devices, including the Canvas Night, which used to heat up a lot, the Micromax Canvas Gold has managed heat distribution fairly well, and although it does heat up from the top area around the camera, it's not extremely hot, and it does not come to a point where you can't handle it with your hand. Now, as far as phone and networks are concerned, we found that network quality was pretty impressive on the Micromax Canvas Gold, and we found networks even in places where mostly we get low networks or problems with networks. This device was able to connect without any issues, which is an impressive thing considering the fact that it has a all-metal body. Overall, Wi-Fi antennas and Bluetooth was also pretty solid, so we don't think that there is going to be any issue with your networks or with your Wi-Fi networks or cellular networks, thanks to the unibody metal construction, as we saw in previous editions of the Canvas series, which are made of metal. The front camera is a 5 megapixel camera, which delivers a great performance considering the fact that it's a front camera. You get really wide angle shots, which turn out to be decent and well exposed even in low light conditions. And if your subject or if your area is properly lit, you get phenomenal results with just a 5 megapixel camera that's in the front, which is really impressive coming from this company. The rear camera is a 16 megapixel camera, and it does a fantastic job of focusing up close. Indoor shots are good as well as outdoor shots are well composed. You do see a little bit of color aberration here and there, but overall pretty impressive in terms of usage for photography from a cell phone. Exposure is well balanced and colors come out mostly natural, and they're not saturated as you'd see on other devices. Both the front and the rear camera support full HD video recording, which is decent. It's not the best video recording capability we've seen, and during live capture, the screen does not refresh as fast as the camera is recording, so you do get that one bit of lag in that feature. The camera also does have some interesting modes, as well as HDR mode. You also have continuous burst up to 99 images. You do get panorama, and you also get image stabilization, which is electronic, so it does crop out a bit of your image, but you can use it if you have really shaky hands like mine. The speakerphone on the device is pretty impressive, and video playback is also good. Overall, we were pretty happy with the device in terms of multimedia feedback, and the battery life lasted a fairly long time. Micromax has also bundled in a great set of accessories inside the box, so you get a superly solid data cable as well as pretty decent earphones when you think about the fact that they come in the box. But if you want a really good sound experience, we recommend upgrading to headphones or something that you owned in the past. Mostly, we found a bunch of problems with the Micromax Canvas Night, and it seems that Micromax has actually corrected those issues with the Canvas Gold. It's definitely slimmer, it has a bigger screen, it has a better display which is slightly more vivid and is better visible outdoors. It has better battery backup, it comes with KitKat out of the box, and definitely comes with a faster 2 GHz processor. So overall, pretty impressive in terms of the improvements that we've seen on the Micromax Canvas Night. However, the company could have included a much bigger battery. Up to a 3000 milliamp hour battery for an octa-core processor would have made it nice. Considering the fact that the phone is wider and bigger, there could be a lot of space that could have been utilized for the battery. Overall, it seems like it's an excellent product from Micromax, and for a price of around 20 to 21,000 rupees, it offers you a great option if you're considering that price bracket. You also have the Gionee S 5.5, which still remains the slimmest phone in the world at 5.55 millimeters, and it has a glass front and a glass back, whereas this has a glass front as well as a all unibody metal back, which is mostly aluminum. The camera is slightly better on the Micromax Canvas Gold, whereas we saw that the camera on the Gionee S 5.5 may not come up to par with this. The Gionee S 5.5 comes with 16 GB of inbuilt storage, whereas this comes with 32 GB of inbuilt storage, 25 GB out of which is approximately available to the user. When we click pictures with the device, we found that images were well composed, and here are a bunch of images that you can see for yourself. Overall, it seems that Micromax has found the right formula for building smartphones. It also seems that the company has managed to deliver a good product which comes well packaged at this price bracket. It seems that there are no issues with this product, and we are pretty happy with the improvements on the previous edition, which lacked terribly and was very problematic for many people. This device comes out as a good contender in this price bracket. But with the likes of Sony Xperia as well as the HTC Desire looming by, you also have the Moto X in this price bracket. It comes to question whether people should choose the Micromax Canvas Gold. And for the feature set versus the price, I think that the Micromax Canvas Gold makes a good option, hoping so that the company resolves their service. Read on over at iGyaan.in for the full review and for the sample shots in high resolution. You can also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. And until I see you guys next time, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.